DreamDots, your acne solution. What are DreamDots? They're not just these sticker things that you peel off and throw on your face. They're really absorbent, hydro-meaning water patches that target spots and break out overnight without harsh ingredients. When you've got acne, maybe you're like me and you get a lot of spots on your face, but for those lucky few, if you've got one or two, this is the best product I've ever seen to get rid of acne. They are waterproof, breathable, really soft surface. They're pretty thin, and it doesn't matter where you put them on your face. It works. Even on the tip of my nose. It went on no problem. This is before I've removed the other half of the paper. I also tried to put it right on the ridge of my nose where it goes on the side. It worked great there too. Once this patch hits your skin, it pulls out all that gunk. It keeps everything kind of moist underneath, but it can't get any air at it, keeping the right balance of pH, temperature, and hydration levels of moisture. This gives you faster acne healing. Most spots only needed one night for them to completely disappear. Rarely I had to use a second time for the same acne spot. Over the night, any kind of pain in the acne spot is reduced because of this moist condition. We've all had those spots that were incredibly painful to touch. And by the next morning, even some of my worst acne spots didn't hurt anymore. This is the next morning. Extremely tired, but you can see how the patches have changed color a little bit. They're a little bit more white. Underneath, once I had peeled them off, there was no bump or lump left anymore, or any redness. This is the patch once I pulled them off. You can see each spot where my pores were, and that little bit of oil and grease that it's pulled out of my pores. Kinda gross, but it was really amazing. I found that the size of my pores were really small, especially the ones on my nose. I've had a lot of problems with those being clogged for years, and in some cases, the one that was actually the first photo there of it stuck to my nose, I almost can't see my pores on the tip of my nose. Same like I mentioned, the ones on your back. I had one on my back, that the type where your t-shirt touches it and you're in pain. It's so sensitive. The next morning, everything just pulled up. It was gone. Minimal scarring. And the only reason there was scarring was because I chose to pop it, because everything was right at the surface. Everything came out the pore, the plug, the gunk. I barely had to touch my skin. I think my t-shirt rubbing it would have probably done the same thing throughout the day. I was really amazed. This is the front of the box. I did find that in some areas it didn't work for me. I had one that popped out right at the hairline. It was a very small bump, and it had already breached the surface and was hard around on top. That didn't really do anything. It was still hard. I think the top was too hard on that acne spot. Also, I tried a couple spots where I hadn't washed my face, and there was tons of oil on the patch itself, but the acne was still there. You've got to follow the instructions by fully washing your face, or at least the spot, before applying the patch. I'd also really recommend using this right before bed. I tried it a few hours before, and it wasn't painful, but I found there was small tingling, probably as the oil was being pulled up through the pores, and I had the urge to scratch it, which would rip off a little bit of the surface, and that's not going to be as effective. Overall, I would sincerely recommend to anyone, whether you've got a lot of acne and you're right before your wedding and you want to reduce those spots gently, or you've got those couple breakout spots that happen every now and then. I've suffered from adult acne for a long time. I've tried many different creams, products, facial systems, 3 steps, and usually my face either reacts, I have an allergic reaction, I have irritation, I've had almost chemical burns, um, oilier skin, super dried out skin, even with hydration creams. Nothing has worked this well. I hope this is something that I can continue to purchase, and I will link to my blog and where you can purchase this product.